At Chief, we value developing our own team members. In this video, Chief Building spotlights how our culture makes it a great place to work. Well, Blake, it's so exciting to have you here. I know you are new to the Chief family for a little while, but tell us about your position with Chief Buildings and how long you've been there.
So my position is I'm in the paint department, obviously, and we run beams and frames and all that stuff. And I've been there for almost 3 years now, so I've really enjoyed it.
How did you learn about Chief?
I've always heard Chief is a good company to work for, and once I found out they were a family-owned business, that's when I knew Chief was the place for me to be.
And why does that make a difference to you that it's a family-owned business?
I'm a big family guy, and and I feel like Chief's all big one family, so I was really excited to join on.
Did you grow up around this area, Blake?
I grew up in Aurora, Nebraska, so not too far down the road. Except that's where Bonneville is, so yeah, absolutely.
And did you know Bonneville was a division of Chief before?
I did. I knew of it, but yep, I kind of looked into buildings, and that's where I knew I wanted to be.
And so what do you like most about your position?
I really like the people I work with. Great people. I love the culture that we have there at Chief Building. So it just makes us feel like we're one big team and everything.
What was it about the plant that attracted you to that element of our business and the building side?
Just a lot that goes on there. So just everything they do there was, and then the people, when I first got there, how I met them and everything, it's the place I knew I wanted to be for sure.
Chief does a really nice job of doing lunches or breakfast, team events. Sometimes we have bag. It just depends on what's going on. So to hear you say that's one of the aspects of our culture that has kind of enticed you, that's awesome. But what has also kept you there at Chief?
Just, Chief Buildings, our number one priority is safety. So knowing that, that we take that very seriously, and I've actually been on the safety committee that we have for about a year now. So going through that, and we meet about twice a month, and then being on that just makes me feel like I can make a difference there, and just making sure, everything is safe.
Yeah. Incredibly important that we are providing a place to work where we don't have to worry about your life being compromised for some reason, that you can enjoy the other part of your life outside of work that's injury-free.
Has there been anything that's part of that safety committee you're on that you have felt is the most beneficial information to receive?
Yeah, we one of the way we meet on Wednesdays, what we do is what we call is our floor audit. So, we go out and in different areas and, look over things and make sure things are all right. And then our other one is we meet in our conference room. So I want to say there's about 6 or 7 of us, and we each have our own area where we, inspect and figure out, what could we do better or this or that. So yeah, absolutely.
And so you've been involved in a number of different things, not just your day-to-day operation of your position, but also safety. Are there other opportunities that you've received to help you grow?
Yeah, absolutely. So Chief gave me an opportunity to go through a leadership development program at the CCC here in town, and that is giving me a lot of boost. Eventually, I would eventually like to be a lead man, and then, maybe one day become a supervisor. So going through that program helped out tremendously.
And Mike, you're part of the leadership team. What are some of the things that the leadership team is talking about to ensure that there is that growth and development for people?
It's super important as leaders of a company to not just identify talent, but help cultivate an environment to help feed the talent that our associates, our teammates have. So let's take estimating, for example. Estimating department at Buildings, it's fully intended to be a springboard for going into other places within the company. We're not just looking to pigeonhole somebody and leave them there to do what they do. We're always encouraging people to look beyond what they're doing. If they have a desire to grow like Blake does, we want to be able to provide an opportunity to do that. So we have an open door policy by all means. We're very open, right? People can come and talk to us about anything they want to talk about. But as leaders, we're always looking to do everything from replacing ourselves someday. I mean, we all have a limited time, working. So we're always looking for talent, people that we can put in positions of leadership to continue to grow and enhance our culture the way it's, it's a culture that's sustained for all these years, and we want to continue that, obviously.
And Blake, you mentioned your opportunity with CCC. But beyond that, for individuals you're working with on the plant floor, I know there's people who have been there for decades as well. Are there pieces or tips that you're picking up from them that they're able to help you grow in your career based on their knowledge?
Oh, absolutely. I've learned a lot. Like you said, there's guys that have been there for decades, and yeah, I've learned a lot, how to do the right job in a safe way. And then it also makes me excited when we get our new employees, me being able to teach them, hey, this is the right way or the safe way, kind of go down the line. Then to see them grow it's pretty exciting to see.
You've been with us 3 years now. I'd love to hear your perspective of what you've seen in the way of changes in the plant. We really try to invest into ourselves with capital equipment and new equipment and new technology. Is there anything in particular you've seen that you're really excited about that's going on at the plant?
Yeah, like you said, equipment and everything. And I know we started this new committee. It's the 5S, trying to, keep things more tight and everything. Yep. And then just, always updating things and, making sure we have the best that we can have and keep making us a better company. Absolutely.
Mike, are there things from your perspective that sets the Chief culture apart from others?
Absolutely. Having come from another manufacturer in our industry, I've got that I call it a blessing of perspective, spending 13 years at another manufacturer. And I kind of talk about it often with our customers and with our teammates, but the culture that's built around what Chief is about. Our mission is core to what we do. It's not just words on a wall, providing a high level of service, but treating all stakeholders with dignity and respect. That is at the root of everything we do and all the decisions we make and the direction we're driving as a company. So that's very special. And, we're not a huge company, but certainly a large enough company where it's not hard to lose that feel of culture amongst so many divisions and so many people. And yet you don't find that here, that there is something special that starts at the top, but everyone in leadership roles and we just seem to draw people like Blake who appreciate that part of what Chief is, and that's what continues to build on itself.
And I have seen that absolutely from the top down. So our CEO and president, DJ Houston, he will often pop by the different plants or the offices, and it's hard for him to be in all those locations all at the same time. But he does it frequently, and he'll go in and he'll talk to people about our mission statement, about our core values, about safety. Safety is such a huge priority for everyone across the board. So it's really interesting that you mentioned from the top down, because it truly does start with DJ himself. And he'll have a conversation with anyone. He'll make sure everybody has opportunities to grow and really find where they fit within the culture. I know we've seen people move from different divisions to one brand to the next to corporate office. So it really is ensuring that we have talent internally and how we're best utilizing that talent. So I think that's something special about the culture at Chief as well.
Absolutely. And I mean, talking about perspective, you have that, having been in a couple of different roles at Chief, and maybe you can tell us a little bit about how that happened for you and what drove you from one division to the next and how that happened.
Yeah, I think it goes back to what you talked about with growth opportunities and career opportunities. Starting out as a marketing coordinator at our Chief Construction brand, was able to really learn about construction specifically. I got my toes dabbled in with buildings too, since we are such strong partners and sister companies. And then it was really just learning about the Chief culture. So once you are at one brand and you learn about the culture, that really takes you far to be able to move into other brands, to do other roles. And then really being able, for my growth of just going to the corporate office and being able to help generate and cultivate and just pull ideas out that we all can use, because we're really stronger in numbers, right? And so it's not just one brand who's looking to grow, it's all of us really looking to grow together. And so that's where I find my passion now, is thinking about how are we all helping each other out. And it doesn't have to be across all our brands. It can be just in your plant for all the different departments in the plant. And I think that's something that's so special about Chief that allows us to grow.
And that lateral movement, if you will, or move from division to division, that's encouraged in some ways. It's where is your passion taking you, and how can we help you fulfill the potential that you feel that you have, your desire to be what you want to be in our company. So, I'd ask you, Blake, you've been in paint now for a few years. What other parts of the plant interest you? What else do you have in your
that's
future?
A very good question. I think the trim and sheeting and roof would be an interesting one. Yeah, just like you said, just keep growing and we'll see, I guess, eventually. So, yeah.
So Blake, if somebody was looking to apply at Chief today and they're just starting out in their career, what advice or what would you tell them of why they should consider Chief?
If you're looking for a great opportunity, working for a company that truly cares about you and is going to give you a chance to grow and show your potential off, Chief is it.
I don't think we can say it any better. Chief is it. That's where we're at. So thank you so much, Blake, for joining us in the conversation today. And we're excited to see where your career goes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us with this conversation. If you want to learn more, visit the link in the description below.